Hi there guys and girls, I just wanted to do a video letting you guys know that I will be going to KOMBAT KON this year in about 2 weeks, and it's going to be a blast. So KOMBAT KON is an event that's being run by Galloping Ghost Arcade. It's going to be in Chicago on September 23rd, and the reason I'm going is because it's like the 25th anniversary of the very first Mortal Kombat, so it's going to be cool to be in Chicago 25 years later after they first made Mortal Kombat. So the cool thing about going to Chicago also for KOMBAT KON is, like, you know, Mortal Kombat was born in Chicago, and there are a lot of places in Chicago, believe it or not, like the bridge from Mortal Kombat 3 is based on a real bridge in Chicago, for those of you who don't know. Same with the subway and the riverside. So I'm going to actually go to these places while I'm there, and I'm hoping to film little videos while I'm there too, and I'll put stuff up on the channel about it. So it's going to be great to go to Chicago and see these locations. And I've never been to Chicago, so the only places I've been to in the States are LA, San Francisco, the airport, and Colorado. So this will be another place in the States that I get to see, Chicago. I've always wanted to see Chicago. I always wanted to go to Midway Games when they were around, you know, so it'll be cool to like visit the place where Midway was. Even though they knocked that building down, that Williams built a building on top of it, so it's still kind of like in the hands of the Midway Williams company. But it'd be cool to like go to these places and film videos about Mortal Kombat. The other thing that's great about going to Chicago is Galloping Ghost Arcade. I've always wanted to go to Galloping Ghost Arcade before they even had KOMBAT KON, because it's a really big arcade, and you know, they obviously had all the Mortal Kombats, but they have another game there that I've never ever played in my life. I've always wanted to play, that Ed Boon and a lot of the MK guys made, called The Grid. So I'm going to be playing The Grid at Galloping Ghost Arcade and checking out all the games they got. Apparently this is the biggest arcade in the United States. So, and I grew up in arcades, I worked in arcades, and I love arcades. So I'm not only just going to Chicago for KOMBAT KON, I'm actually sticking around a few days after, and I'm going to hang out in Galloping Ghost Arcade and really get my fill of like The Grid and games like that. So it's going to be great. And I will be getting autographs from the actors who were digitized in the very first, second and third MK games. So the people who played Sonya and Johnny Cage and Sub-Zero and Scorpion and Kano and Raiden. So I got like Carlos Pazina, Daniel Pazina, Richard DeVizio, Elizabeth Malecki's going to be there, the original Sonya from MK1. She's never made a public appearance until now. And it's just going to be great. So I'm going to, you know, I've got a whole lot of things here to get signed. I'm hoping John Tobias will be there. I think he is coming. So it's going to be great to meet John Tobias, you know, but I got all my arcade headers here ready to get signed. I've got MK1, 2, 3 and Ultimate MK3 there to take over to get signed. So the reason I'm excited for KOMBAT KON is because it's like a convention that celebrates the old school or the legacy Mortal Kombat games. So like the Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3 especially, you know, because those 3 games, 1, 2, 3 and Ultimate, were the games that had digitized actors. So people like Daniel Pazina and Richard DeVizio played, you know, Johnny Cage and Kano, and Carlos Pazina who played Raiden. You know, it's cool to like meet another sort of aspect of Mortal Kombat. These were the actors who were there at the start, who were digitized and became part of the phenomena. And now, you know, it's digital, it's Mortal Kombat's changed, but it's cool to sort of go back and hear stories and have discussions and meet these people. And that's why I'm going. And the other reason I'm also going is because, you know, 25 years, Mortal Kombat 1's my favorite. It's always been my favorite. So it's cool that like that's the game. A lot of people think because Mortal Kombat's 25 years old and they're celebrating everything. They're celebrating, like, you know, MK2 and MK3 and like the new ones, but like, for me it's more so about the first game being 25 years old, because MK2's not 25 yet, or MK3's not. It's really the first game, and for me, like, the first Mortal Kombat for me is the best. And so it's going to be cool to meet, like, I think pretty much the whole cast is going to be there. I'm not sure about the guy who plays Liu Kang, but I know all the others are going to be there. So, you know, and especially if John Tobias comes, I'll be over the moon, because I've never met or interviewed John Tobias, and he was the other half of the creation team behind the game. So that's, you know, exciting for me. So it's going to be great. You know, and we're going to be going over like with a few other, you know, Mortal Kombat fans like Justin from MK Online, Tabmot99, you guys know him as on Twitter, and MK Dan from MK Universe, from Luxembourg, and Team Ripset, who lives in Chicago. You know, so I'm going to be meeting those guys and meeting a few other, I'm sure there's a few other people I'm forgetting, but I'm going to be meeting a whole lot of people at the convention. And I've got even some of these Outworld Tours patches. I don't have a lot, I'll be honest, but I do have a few that I will be giving away to people who ask if I've got any left. And they're really cool. They cost like $8 each to get made, and I got about, I don't know, about 40 made, because, you know, they're not cheap, but they're pretty cool. And this is something that I wanted to do just to sort of, you know, we're coming up on launching Outworld Tour Season 2, so this is a cool little promo that I'm doing for Kombat Kon. For anyone who comes up and asks me if I got one left, I'll give you one, and it will probably come with a code that will let you see episode 1 with it by the time I get over there. So that's kind of cool. That's going to give people a chance to see the very first episode of Season 2 of Outworld Tours. So and other than that, you know, I'll be staying in Chicago for like almost 2 weeks, so I'm going to be playing some Pokemon Go, looking for my Tauros. I'm going to be filming around the city, going to any sort of relevant MK locations, and just having a little bit of a holiday, a little bit of a good time. I haven't been to the States since like 2012, so it's going to be good to have a little bit of a holiday. So yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know that I will be at Kombat Kon 2017 for the 25th anniversary of Mortal Kombat. If you guys are coming to Kombat Kon, I'll be really looking forward to meeting you guys and seeing you guys there. It's going to be a blast. So if you're in the area and you've got a ticket, come down. Come say hello to TMK, because I don't know when the next time I'll be in the States will be, but I'll definitely be there for Kombat Kon 2017. So thanks guys, and peace out.